Hey guys, welcome back to Chris Watches the World. And what we're going to be watching today is some more of these crazy car payments. Now, this is really more, these aren't like crazy car payments. This is my man's ride with Yusuf. I think that's how you say his name, Yusuf. If I'm butchering this and you see it, my bad. But but he's having callers, he's calling people about them wanting to trade in their vehicles and just advice and different things like that. But let's go ahead and hop on into it and see what's going on.
Hey, what's going on? How are you? This is
All
Yusuf.
right, preference is a 2012 Audi Q5 recently bought. As is 22% interest rate, needs a new engine. She wants my advice. Oh, let's get into it.
From Legacy Motor
I'm
Cars.
I'm doing well. How are you?
I'm good. I finished my workout early, so I'm sorry if I sound out of breath.
Oh,
I
okay.
appreciate your patience with me. I know that you were trying to get some advice on your situation about your 2019 Honda Accord that was totaled. Then you got into a 20. Just break it down for me if you don't mind.
So I went without a car for like a few weeks. I'm like, you know what? I'll take this time to save some money, fix my credit, because I knew I wasn't in a position to like purchase a new car financially. My income has changed drastically because I moved from New York down to Florida. So wages are like not the same. And after, doing a couple of weeks, I'm spending $40 to $90 a day in Uber. I'm like, I can't do this. It makes sense for me to just go and get a car. So I tried to get pre-approved with the my Navy Federal. They wouldn't approve me. They said you need a cosigner. I don't have a cosigner. So then I was just on Google, found a dealership, made an inquiry about a car. Next thing you know, they're like, pre-approving me for the car, and it was actually a different car, like I think a 2016 Benz C300 or something. Approved me. When I go back to purchase that car, that Benz was sold. The only options they had was a 2015 Audi Q5. It had a clean Carfax. Then there was a 2012 Volkswagen that had like 3 accidents, or a Nissan fully electric car. So I felt like I was backed into a corner, and I just went with the best option at that time, which was the Audi, and drove the car for not even fully 2 weeks, and this EPC light comes on, the car is shaking, their
So
oil change.
let's back up just a little bit. The 2015 Audi Q5 you said you got into. What was your terms? How much did you get down? What was the payment? What was the interest rate?
I put down 2,000. My interest rate went up to.
Wait a minute. She put down 2,000 on a 22% interest rate. Well, hold on, guys. Let me see something. Give me a second. I am going to. I didn't mean to do that. Anyway, so we're gonna go. I'm gonna share my Facebook, and we're gonna look at some of these used cars. So she had 2,000 down. Let's see. Well, I guess y'all see where I'm at now. But I am located in Mississippi. But okay, so you see some of these used vehicles. You know, apparently these, if you see 2,000 even, these are the dealerships. This is what you put down on vehicles. But you do have some vehicles like this 2006 Kia, 170K miles, Ford Runner, 225,000 miles. But there are vehicles, 2,500 Honda Accord X Coupe. I'm thinking that's for the whole vehicle. So I mean, I don't know where she's located, but there are vehicles out there that are somewhat affordable, especially with 2,000 down. I mean, you probably could have kept doing what you were doing and saved maybe 3 to 4, and then just bought one of these older beater vehicles that could have lasted you until you got really on your feet and went about that way. Anyway, let me get back to the video, guys. My bad. I'm not too used to using this, but let's get back to it.
22%, 50.
350. I mean, that's not bad. What was your credit score when they got you approved?
I want to say it was around like 540, honestly.
Okay. To be honest, the better car would have been the Volkswagen. You know, look, at the end of the day, you made a decision, and the Audis definitely have oil consumption issues, especially the 2.0 turbo. I've definitely recommended against that. Cam follower issues, they have oil consumption issues. It being as is, you should have just structured like, all right, cool, the Volkswagen would have been a better choice, and it'd been a little bit cheaper. But all right, so you drove for 2 weeks. APC light came on, no oil.
So they're like, oh, let us take a look at it. Next thing you know, I'm paying for a diagnosis. And I feel like they created even more issues that, you know, weren't there before. They're like, oh, you have to get a new engine, take the car back to where you got it from. And I'm like, that's not even an option at this point. I take it to the dealership. They give me a full diagnosis. It comes up to $6,400 something before taxes. I can't afford to have any of the work done.
Yo, that's criminal. Like, and the people knew this car was a piece of junk when they sold it to her. They just, you know what I'm saying? They get away with preying on people in these dire situations. But, you know, people don't need to sign up for it. But it's just, that's so wrong. Like 2 weeks later, the car broke and you can't even take it back because the dealership won't take it back. Oh, that's
position right now where I don't want to keep pouring money into the car. I can't afford to keep pouring money into the car, and I just feel like I want to make a smart decision. I don't want to, like, I don't care about having a luxury car or anything like that right now. I just need to make a smart decision across the board financially, and then as well with my credit. You know, like, I'm trying to work on that, and it's like I feel like I just can't even make a move right now.
I got you. How much money do you have saved up?
I don't have any money saved up.
Okay. The thing I can recommend you do is, what's your credit score right now?
It's gone up to like 590,
okay.
580.
I would try to find a buy here, pay here, or another dealership that can approve you for a much cheaper car. Shoot for like a $5,000 or $6,000 car. That's like a Honda or Toyota, and just get in that, and then just have the bank or the dealership repo the car, and then just deal with it for the next year or two. Pay somebody to repair your credit, and then get into a better car. You know, unfortunately, there's no way to recoup your money or, you know, get out of this deal. And, you know, this is just one of those things where, you know, we kind of, you know, charge us to the game and keep it moving. You are where as is. And the only way for you to kind of get out of this is either you go there, plead your case, let them fix on a good faith clause, or they can get you into a different car and then, you know, try to work that way. But those are the only ways I see it working. Unless you have a co-signer with good credit, you can get a better car, more reliable car, not an Audi or Beamer. Stick with, you know, Toyota, Honda, Volkswagen until you get to a better financial position and credit position. That way you can get a better car.
I think that's fair advice because, like, right now I'm out here, you know, on my own, and I don't really have the resources to like drive around. And you know, I listen to these videos that you post, and I'm like, these people, they don't make any sense.
But I mean, you got into an Audi, right? And you felt like you were cornered into an Audi. So I mean, you could make. And I'm not trying to call you. I'm just saying, like, there was other positions where you could have like not been in the as it.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
For that piece of advice. It
For
definitely gives me like a direction to head in.
But yeah, listen.
All right, thank you.
Let me know if you need anything else from me, okay?
All right. Thank you so much, Houston.
No problem. Talk to you soon.
all right, guys. That's it for this one. What do you guys think? Let me know down in the comments below. So now, of course, she could have did her due diligence and looked up the Audi and see what problems it had. Because before I buy anything these days, I'm on Google. I'm looking at reviews. I'm looking at not just one source of reviews. I'm looking at several review places. Like I go to Google, I click on this site, I click on this site, I click on another site. Like I'm doing real research, even on clothes. Like I'm just not out here just wasting money like that. But it like I say, it should be criminal that these car companies get away with doing stuff like this. Like, you know what I'm saying? Then the car breaks down and you can't even return it because, well, you bought it as is. I don't know. I just think people need to educate themselves a little more before going out here and doing vehicles. Just do your research, people. If y'all gonna get out here just buying a vehicle, like I already know that Toyota, what is it? Hyundai, are some of the best. I think Nissan Pathfinders are pretty good far as durability goes and just lasting a long time. Even I have a Ford F-150 between 06 and 08, and those are some of the best ones. And my Ford right now has like 270K miles on it. You know, so I put you know, maybe 2,000-3,000 in it so far since I bought it a couple of years ago. was probably more like for like 5. I'm gonna be honest. But it was cause like an oil pan, and then I had just recently got the power steering line redone because it was leaking bad. But those were really the only issues I've had out of it so far. And like I say, it's kept me from paying monthly vehicles or whatever. But let's check out some of these comments. Um, People need to remember that higher end cars cost a lot more to repair than cheaper cars. That is true. Of course, I'm gonna say, like I said, if you get like an older car, also some of those are get kind of expensive. Also, depending on how old it is. The interest rate would send me out the door without the car. Period. Amen. That one got the most likes so far. I ain't trying to report. I'm just trying to like the thing. Oh, here we go. I see sisters buying these Audi Q5, which they break down often and costly to repair. The Q5 are sporty and popular. Just beware, you need that extended warranty. Unpopular opinion. If you need a cosigner, don't get the car unless it's cash. Like I say, car for $4 to $7K. And see, that's how I feel. Like I'm all about just not having car notes. Like eventually, I'm gonna get to a point to where I'm gonna want something nice. I really am. But at the same time, I want to be able to pay cash for it. If I cannot pay cash for it, I am not buying it. And I don't buy used vehicles. I mean, not used, but brand new vehicles. I'm going to buy something used. Let's just say I want a new Ford F-150. I'm not gonna go get the 2026 or the 2025. Take it back to 2016, 2017. First, I'm gonna do my due diligence and see what's the best year. How do those years break down often, and then I'm gonna go from there and just kind of pick the best option of whatever I want. So, but anyway, guys, let me know what you guys think down below. That's it for this video. I'll be trying to keep these a little bit shorter. So, like I say, comment your thoughts, and I'll check you guys in the next one. Peace.